What's up, guys? I'm here with my GBU Week 8 match. This is a must-win, guys. A must-win versus Scizor and his Borussia Donphan. Now, this has been a dream of mine to play Lars. I've been watching his videos since high school, man. Like, this is a dream of mine. But Lars has a very, very scary team. Very, very scary team. You see, he has the Moltres, the Landorus Incarnate form, the Meowscarada, the Tinkaton, the CYCLIZAR, and the Annihilate. We don't see the Terra Yanmega that can translate into the Bug type and the Ground type. Now, that Pokemon was going to give me hell, I thought, while I was prepping. I was super terrified of that. But we have a White Herb Garchomp, which is going to restore our defense drop whenever we click Scale Shot, because that obviously lowers our defense by 1, but it raises our speed by 1. We are a Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, which can come in and do so much damage, can revenge on a lot of different Pokemon. We have a Cobra Berry Quaquaval because it's good for Moltres, because we can get free damage off on that thing. But yeah, we mix it to where we also, for Yanmega, we didn't get sweat by it. We are a Kebia Berry, an Aimel form. Now, that was specifically for the Glimmora, which the Glimmora didn't come. So it also is nice for an Annihilate with Gunk Shot. We are a Expert Belt Reverum with Shift Gear, Terra Flying this week. And we are Choice Scarf Azelf as well with Explosion, so we can nuke something. But either way, good luck, have fun to Lars. Let's get into this battle, guys. I'm leading off with my Garnacho, my Aimel form. The whole goal was to set up on a Meowscarada, because a Meowscarada was going to come in and lead against this, is what I thought. And I was just going to probably click either Iron Defense on the incoming Tinkaton, or I was going to click Moonblast to try to break that Tinkaton's Air Balloon, because I thought Air Balloon Tinkaton was pretty good into me if he did decide to bring it. But that's what I'm debating here at this point, is kind of, do I really want to click Calm Mind, start Calm Minding on this Pokemon, or do I want to click Moonblast to break an Air Balloon? So I am going to click Air Blast, or Moonblast, because if I click Moonblast here, if the Tinkaton comes in, like I said, it breaks its Air Balloon. So Lars is going to click Hurricane and do a decent chunk. It's not very special attack invested, excuse me. But yeah, we just click Moonblast to get some damage off, and we can gauge kind of what the set is. It's definitely HP invested. But kind of a misplay on our part. We really could have just started Calm Minding, and if they did go into Tinkaton, we had a decent mon to go into in the Quaquaval. Not Quaquaval, excuse me, the Chi-Yu. I'm talking out of my head right now, out of my ass, but I could have went into the Chi-Yu on that Tinkaton. But either way, we are going to go, at this point, we really don't want to switch out, because I could go Quaquaval, or not Quaquaval, excuse me, I could go Reverum calling the Hurricane again. I'm just saying random shit. I could go into the Reverum calling the Hurricane, but at this point, I'm just going to click Moonblast again, because I think it's too late to start Calm Minding up. And yeah, Lars is just going to click Flamethrower, so if I went Reverum, that would have been a horrible play. And I would have just given him my Reverum, which is a win con for me. This Reverum can win me the game, honestly. Same with this Chomp set. So we're just going to, at this point, throw away at Amorous. We're going to click Moonblast. Pretty frustrating, but Lars can just Roost here if they are Roost. And I assume Lars is Roost. But frustrating that I'm kind of just giving away my Garnacho. But an Aimel has done work since I've picked it up. So Lars is just going to click Roost, and I can just click Moonblast here. I mean, I can still get damage off, because then I can go into my Chomp, and it guarantee can put it in range of, like, if they think I'm Stone Edge, of course, even through Charty Berry, I'm pretty sure it dies, even with Charty. So that was the whole plan. Now is just to give them, give Lars this an Aimel. Rest in power, Garnacho. You did your job. You did some damage. Would have been better to have you late game for that Annihilate, but that's okay. But at this point, I can either go into my Quaquaval, since I am Cobra Berry, and I can eat the Hurricane up. They could also miss. I mean, they probably were not speed investment, but I really didn't want to risk clicking Aqua Step and then getting Flame Body burned. That would be very bad. Did not want to have to deal with that. So I can really just go. I can also go into my Scarf Chi-Yu, click Dark Pulse. But if they are especially defensive, it doesn't do as much as I would like. I could go into Azelf, and I can blow up with Explosion. I can do a whole lot of things, but Garchomp is the best play overall, because Garchomp can just click Swords Dance, or I could click Rock Slide. I could click Scale Shot, or I could just click SD, like I said. So a whole lot of things I could do here. But I am just going to go into my Garchomp, my Bruno Fernandez, the captain, baby, the captain. I need you to help me get this W. If we lose, we're not in playoffs. If we win, we are in playoffs. So I really want to make playoffs, guys. Like, I help run this league. Like, I really, and this is against one of my idols in Draft League. Like, I really want to prove to everyone that I can make playoffs. So, yeah, and I've had some pretty good seasons so far in Wi-Fi Generation 9, excluding BBRD League. We don't talk about that shit. That was a horrible season for me. I could Rock Slide here, but with Charty Berry, I didn't kill, and it could be a problem. If my opponent decides to stay in and Will-O-Wisp me, then that's fine. I mean, I Swords Dance and I kind of bring myself back to neutral. Late game, that does suck, but then I could probably even SD again. So then a Rock Slide would kill through Charty, but I'm just going to Swords Dance here. And we see Lars stays in, and at this point, I'm like biting my fucking nails. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this could be a Will-O-Wisp. And Lars is going to click Hurricane and miss. We get very lucky there. Very, very lucky. That Hurricane would have done a decent chunk to us. I don't know if it would have done over half. I cannot remember what the calc was. I didn't even calc it because I was like, I'm playing super aggressive here. But because that's the whole point in this match is if I play super aggressive, then I can win this game, honestly. Shout out to Killua, by the way. He helped me out with prep. He has been this whole entire season. But we are just going to click Rock Slide and pick up the KO on this Moltres. So the Garchomp putting in work. So, but yeah, shout out to Killua, by the way. He's, like I said, helped me out so much this season with a lot of these sets and a lot of these teams. But we're just gonna play aggressive here. That was the whole thing me and Killua talked about, is if I play aggressive, then I can position myself in this match and win. Like, me setting up super early with Garchomp could be bad, but like if there's no Scarfers in the back, like if he decides to go into a CYCLIZAR here, then I'm probably gonna switch out. But like if he goes into something else, I can click Scale Shot and then just get my speed up, and then I'm at +1 speed, +2 attack. Like, if there's no Scarfers in the back that outspeed this thing, then like I'm pretty chill. I'm still at full health because of the Hurricane miss. So we are gonna just try to put in work with our captain Bruno Fernandez, and Lars is gonna send out the Meowscarada. So I live any one hit from this thing. I'm calcing to make sure. And in the calcs, I saw if it is choice banded, it is a roll, or no, not even a roll. If he is choice banded and he is protein, then Play Rough is going to knock us out. I believe if it was Life Orb, Play Rough also knocked us out if they were protein. But Expert Belt was a roll, Muscle Band was a roll. So I'm just going to stay in to click Scale Shot because my opponent is also going to take Rough Skim, which is good for me. Like, if they decide to click Play Rough, they also have a chance to miss. And after that, I'm able to go into probably my Reverum or even my Azel. If I could go to my Scarf GBU, because if they are Scarfed or Banded, they're locked into Play Rough. And we see Lars is just going to click Knockoff and do a 1,000,000%. And I am going to be able to get this Scale Shot off, which Wide Herb, so my defense is still lowered after this. But we are going to connect. We need one more hit. And we do get one more hit, so we are going to take out this Meowscarada. So that showing that Hurricane damage definitely would have been very detrimental, and he wouldn't have had to just throw away his Meowscarada. So Bruno Fernandez picking up 2 early game KOs for us, taking out that Moltres and taking out that Meowscarada. And Lars is going to go into Nectire, and at this point I was like, do I just win with Chomp? Because if there's Sash, obviously Scale Shot hits at least 2 times, so... obviously, that probably isn't the case because this is Lars, and Lars is an amazing battler. So, but like, I really don't feel the need to switch out. I really don't have a switch in, to be frank. And my name's Owen. Since I let that Enamorous Styrian go down, if they do decide to click a Dragon type move, like, it's pretty free against my team at this point. And I think Garchomp has done its job. I don't really know where I can find another opportunity to set up. Because, like, I feel like I can deal with a Tinkaton pretty well with my options left. So I really don't need to save that Earthquake. So I'm going to click Scale Shot here. And Lars is going to be Choice Scarf CYCLIZAR. Great bring by him. And he's going to click Double Edge. So he's going to take Recoil and Rough Skin. So Bruno Fernandez, you did your job. You did your job, man. You put in work for me. I am very glad by that first round pick. My first round pick. But at this point, I can pretty freely go into an assortment of things. Now that I know it's Choice Scarf, like Quavo lives any one hit, GBU lives any one hit, Reverum lives any one hit, like I said, Azelf can live any one hit. That's a whole lot of live any one hits. But yeah, we can just go into an assortment of things. Quaquaval is pretty free here, but like it's what do I want to take damage is the question, because if I really want Rev Room to take damage, then I can go into it, and I can pretty freely go into this thing, because I go into this thing and I can try to break a positional or a potential air balloon on the Tinkaton if it is, but I was gonna go Quack and I changed my mind. I'm debating it. I'm debating, and I am gonna go Rev Room. Now, I am pretty bad about going into my Wincon early, but at this point, I had Garchomp I had Garchomp break through pretty early. Rev Room could just win me this game. I don't know if it can win me this game from this position, and that's why you're going to see the play I'm about to make. So I was terrified of Air Balloon Tinkaton. I thought Air Balloon Tinkaton put in a whole lot of work. And I'm debating on a whole lot of things. I'm looking at his team like, I don't really think he has to switch into this. I can shift gear, but then if he's Mirror Herb, Landorus, Incarnate Form, then he can just like absolutely obliterate me with that set, and I would be put in a very tough situation. So didn't want to risk the shift gear, because if they went to the Air Balloon Tinkaton, then I didn't Oko, and they could do a whole lot of damage with Gigaton Hammer if I did decide to Terrasilize. It's a whole assortment of things. So I'm debating on just clicking regular Terra Blast. I want to keep my typing so I resist the double edge. And if I click Terra Blast, then it can hit the incoming Tinkaton with Air Balloon. It can pop its Air Balloon, and then I can just high horsepower and kill that thing. And we see Lars goes into Mr. Man, so completely threw me through a loop. Did not expect Mr. Man to come in on this thing. Because I was like, well, I could expect this thing to come in, but if I was expecting like a Mirror Herb set. So I just get this, I just get the Terra Blast off, because in hindsight it was a bad play. But I get that off to try to break the potential Air Balloon, like I said, on the Tinkaton. So it made sense to me during the match to click that, and I wanted to keep my regular typing, of course. But now I'm going to go into my Hoyland, the Azelf, because Azelf can live any ground type attack, and obviously because of Levitate, and it can eat a whole lot of things if they want to click Rock Slide for some reason, trying to call me terrassizing my Rev Room. And the Mr. Man, the Landorus is going to click Bulk Up, and I'm going to go Boom. I'm going to go Big Boom and try to nuke this thing. An Explosion, since they did Bulk Up, they're at +1 attack and +1 speed. Explosion isn't going to KO them, but it's going to bring them in range of my Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, because now that I know that it bulked up, it is not going to be Choice Scarf, obviously. So pretty glad that Landorus didn't click sub there, so I could do this. So we do Explode on that boy, and it's gonna bring Mr. Man super low, super fucking low. We take those. Hoyland, you did your job. I salute you, soldier. Like, you did your job. They didn't U-turn there, but we are going to be able to just now go into our Chi-Yu and pick up a KO, because you look at what Lars has left. He has a CYCLIZAR, a Tinkaton, an Annihilate, and this Landorus. There is no switch in. If he goes CYCLIZAR, he is going to take a Dark Pulse to the face, and that Dark Pulse is going to do 1,000,000%. Obviously with Regenerator, that thing would be at better health. So, but yeah, our Martinez is going to be able to pick up a KO here, whether it's on Mr. Man, whether it's on whatever. Now, it looks like we're down, but I think we're up. We're down 3-4, but we up right now. I think with Rev Room, this Chi-Yu, and Quaquaval, we can bring this W, and we need this W so bad, guys. We need this W so bad to make playoffs. We need to keep this playoff hope alive, and we are going to click Dark Pulse, and we kill the Mr. Man, which is a huge threat out of the way. So 3-3 now. We have this Choice Scarf CYCLIZAR, this Tinkaton, and this Annihilate left, which still super scary. Super scary. It's looking like Rev Room can put in work if this Tinkaton isn't Air Balloon, but I feel like Air Balloon just does so good into my team, and Lars is doing a great job preserving it. He goes in Tinkaton. Is it Air Balloon? Is it Air Balloon? Pink. It is not Air Balloon, guys. That Terra Blast play that I clicked earlier was bad. I should have just Terrassized in the first place and clicked it, because that would have done a whole lot of damage to the Landorus. But now, since he knows I am Choice Scarf locked, I cannot stay in here. I really don't have a switch into this at all. It was kind of a bad play on me to click Dark Pulse. I clicked Dark Pulse because of the CYCLIZAR came in, but I really should have just clicked Fire or Flamethrower. because then if CYCLIZAR came in, I could go into like my Rev Room, I guess, and try to eat a double edge. I don't think I got 2-hit KO'd since I hadn't terrestrialized yet. But at this point, I have to go hard Rev Room on this. I was calculating to see what ground type moves it got, and it gets Bulldoze, and it does not OHKO me. I don't even believe it 2-hit KO'd me. And like, I'm debating it, and I have to go Rev Room. I have to go Rev Room because I can't just throw my Quaquaval away. Quaquaval can still win me this game as well because it lives any one hit from this Rev Room, from Rev Room, and then I can also Brave Bird that Annihilate. And if I get a Moxie boost, I can almost OHKO that thing. And they are going to T-Wave me, which does suck. I did not even think about T-Wave at all. Wasn't even in the back of my mind. I kind of forgot Tinkaton gets Thunder Wave, which Tinkaton is a great mon. I like that. I love this Pokemon. It has pretty mid stats, but at this point, I was kind of thinking in my head, I was like, did this thing have Air Balloon? Because I forgot in the match if it did or not. And I'm calcing, and like, I need to get, if I get the +2 speed, even with being paralyzed, I outsped this and I outsped the Annihilate. And depending on that Annihilate spread at +1 attack, a Terraflying Terra Blast is going to kill that thing. So, I just have to Shift Gear. That's the only thing I can do at this point, because if I can break through Tinkaton and Annihilate, then I can also beat that CYCLIZAR with my Quaquaval. And they're going to get late game Rocks up, which does suck for Chi-Yu, because Chi-Yu is now in range of a double edge. So we're going to click Shift Gear. We're going to get it off. We don't get paralyzed. So big Shift Gear off. Big Shift Gear off. Now we're talking. This could be a W. This could be a W, guys. We are paralyzed. Why is it so hard for me to say? We're still going to keep our Steel type because they have not revealed Bulldoze at this point. So we can pretty freely here just click High Horsepower and do a big chunk of this. Obviously kill this thing. We OHKO this thing if it is not Shuka Berry. So, and CYCLIZAR obviously does not want to take a +1 High Horsepower to the face, to the fucking dome. Rev Room is so good. Our Rashford put in work. And Lars is going to switch out, and I'm like, this CYCLIZAR takes 1,000,000%. And he goes into Todd, so this is the Annihilate. This gets 2-hit KO'd because I click this, and I get paralyzed, man, which sucks. A little bit of revenge from that Hurricane Miss, but we can still OHKO with a Terra Blast flying, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna think about it, guys. I click that shit so fast because that is my only play. And obviously, you know, you're paralyzed. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Holy shit, guys, I cannot speak. We are paralyzed, so like, I get it. You have a chance to get paralyzed, and I hadn't got paralyzed the one turn so far, but that's fine. Like I said, Lars missed a Hurricane, so it is, you know, it is revenge, and we are going to Terra here. We are going to Terra here, and we're going to get this Terra Blast flying off. Please, for the love of God, can we please get this off? Because if we get this off and we OHKO, that's probably wraps, depending on if we get parried and stuff like that. But we are going to Terra. Can we please not get parried? We get this Terra Blast off. Guys, this is going to be a roll. Can we get this roll? I believe it is a 68% chance to OHKO, and we do. We kill this Annihilate. It is a crit. So the crit just totally gave us that kill, but it was a 68.8% chance to OHKO us anyways. That is better than a coin flip, guys. I will take that any day of the week. That crit really helped us. So sorry for the crit, Lars. So sorry, but it was over 50% roll anyways. So it was in our favor. But Lars is going to go into the Menace, the Tinkaton, and at this point, like, I'm like, if I don't get parried, then I kill this thing with a high horsepower. So, and I mean, I should outspeed this thing. So, if this thing isn't Shuka, it's fine. This thing doesn't OHKO me with anything either. Gigaton Hammer is going to do a lot of damage, but it doesn't OHKO me. And we get this high horsepower off, and that thing drops too. We are going to just have CYCLIZAR left on Lars' side. And guys, I am so hyped. It is 1v3. 1v3, and I'm pretty sure this Quaquaval can live any one hit, barring a crit from the CYCLIZAR. So, the CYCLIZAR comes in, the man, the myth, the menace, the legend, CYCLIZAR, putting work against my boy John, and I'm trying not to let this thing beat me. I'm trying not to let this thing beat me. My best option here is to take a double edge to the face. I don't die. I don't get OHKO'd, and I can get a gunk shot off and kill this thing, I believe, if I do hit and if I don't get parried. But but we are going to get paralyzed again. So Revroom is not going to pick up 3 KOs and win me this game outright. So now it's making it a little more tricky, because if Quaquaval gets critted, I lose the game. So if they aren't adamant, then Chi-Yu can live if it doesn't get crit. If this Revroom wasn't if this Revroom was not adamant, I believe, which, looking at the paste, it was Jolly, so it was, I believe I could live barring a crit on both of these Pokemon. So I go into Anthony, my Quaquaval, and if I live and I kill this thing, and that'll be GG's, and your MORPEKO United will make playoffs. But if he crits me, this could get a little tricky, because Chi-Yu, I'm pretty sure it was a roll, actually, if they weren't adamant. And we see Double Edge is going to be a crit. There's no crit, and Quaquaval is going to pick up this kill for us. Excuse me, and the W, and your MORPEKO United are going to make playoffs, baby. We are going to make playoffs. Shout out to Lars for such a great game. He, like I said, was one of my idols. GG's to him. But one of my idols in Draft League. But we're going to make playoffs. I was so hyped during this match. A little bit of RNG with the Hurricane miss, and then obviously it got a little bit, he got a little bit back because of I got parried twice, but I was Thunderwave. Like, if you're paralyzed, you're gonna get parried a couple of times. So, like I said, guys, GG's to Lars, man. I'm so excited. We're gonna make playoffs. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. We just hit 500 like a week ago. Shout outs to Danny, ItzDannyMac. He helped me reach that goal. But yeah, shout out to you guys. You all have been supporting me. I've been uploading back to uploading since like February of this year, and I have grown so much already. So yeah, I love you guys so much. If you guys have enjoyed this video, like I said, sub, hit that like button, and comment. But that's gonna be it for me, guys, and I will catch you guys later.